I'm there.
Alright. This is your OPGG, yeah?
Yeah, this is mine.
Alright. And you're Diamond 1 currently? I assume... Or are you usually Diamond 1, or are these like
I
decade
picked,
ranks?
I picked like 400 LP, I think.
Okay.
But not that satisfied with my performance. I mean,
Yeah.
like I play some games, like I play well, but I couldn't carry. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe I did some mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
That's why,
Alright.
like, this way.
And you mainly play Kha'Zix, or do you play... Or what champions do you play exactly?
I mean, I play like a lot of champs actually, but like it depends.
Mhm.
Like like some games, like I prefer to play Kha'Zix. Some games Shaco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some brand Diana maybe Diego.
Alright. And what is your like goal with League of Legends, and why do you want to like me to coach
Yeah,
you?
I wanna improve like in solo queue. I'm not like a competitive player. Like I play solo queue only teams. And
Yeah.
I wanna like get a higher level, like maybe 1 KLP,
Toxic
something like
Hybrid.
that.
Yeah.
That's where I wanna get.
Alright. And then if you had, or do you have like a few things in general that you want me to look at coming into like this session, like that you would like to improve on in general, or that you think you're struggling with?
I think I think like I'm decent in like early mid game, but maybe like after mid game, like maybe I like to force a play, you know,
Yeah.
like
Alright.
sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, so it's a bit flippy in essence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Alright.
see like the Shaco game if you want.
Yeah, which game?
I lost
This one?
uh, two
Or
days ago. The second, yeah, that one.
this one?
Yeah.
Alright. Then just something I noticed, like just looking at like the OPGG. On brand, I would suggest like going Electrocute. I don't think Dark Harvest is like particularly bad or anything, but Electrocute gives you a lot of like skirmishing power in the early game, right? So it's
Yeah,
something I recommend trying if you're planning on playing more brand. This is something I noticed.
do I go like only against like squishy teams or?
No, I like Electrocute just in general, since your passive procs on 1, it just allows you to, like, in general, like, skirmish a lot better in the early game. You get a lot more damage in the early game.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's fine, but I'd suggest
I
you
mean,
try it, you know?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's good. Like, we did more damage like every game. Like, the electrocute proc.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, this game, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see it.
I usually like to cheese with Shaco. Like, I like 3 camps into invade or maybe look for a gank.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Shaco is a bit of a cheese champion, so it makes sense to me why you would want to cheese, right?
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense to me. Now, coming into, like, the game, what is your, like, game plan and what are you, like, thinking about?
I mean, after 3 camps or in general?
No,
Like,
in general. I mean, obviously you said it now, like, one of your plans
yeah.
is, like, to get the free camps first, right? And then play from there.
Yeah, exactly. I just know like Kim will path bot lane. Like he won't kill like Thranduil or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if he like 3 camps and maybe gank, I will like get his camps.
Yeah.
Like 3 camps. And look bot maybe. I would like to split map here. Like if you win bot, like win the game, I think. But,
Yeah. So your plan right now is to get your free camps, maybe look for a She's invade and split the map, right?
yeah, exactly.
Right. Now, in general, it can be a bit hard sometimes if you have like smaller champion to split map, but I think you probably just win the 1v1 quite hard versus Kane, is what I would imagine. But it's just something to be aware of, because right now I don't think you will end up having like prior bot lane probably, and you will not end up having prior mid lane with Katarina versus Cassio. So it's something to be aware of, right? That you kind of have to win the 1v1 pretty hard in order for you to like make it work. Make sense?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Usually, like even though I don't have prio, like I feel like I can like play after that. You know, like I can kill Kane and maybe we can turn like if we, like push wave after or something.
Yeah.
So
Another question: would you ever go AP Shaco or do you always go AD?
I prefer AD.
Yeah.
It's like it fits my style, not that like with AP.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I feel like I'm fine with it, but I prefer AD. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because in general, it's like you can go both, right? If you prefer going AD, that's fine. In general, you would look to go like AP, right? In games where you feel like you are, or enemy has to go into you quite hard, right? Because that means you can kite around boxes, etc., right? And you get a lot of value out of going AP. Right.
Yeah, I agree. Like you can set up boxes to like objectives and shit. It's good.
Right. So we see the She's play here.
Yeah, I feel like I trolled it a little bit here. Maybe I could kill him. Maybe. Did I cancel an auto attack or something? No.
I mean, I'm not sure. I think the main thing that I'm like thinking of here, right, is that it has to be a super quick play, right? Because otherwise you're just getting collapsed on, right? So you have to like pretty much one tap him.
Yeah.
And it feels like here, I mean, it doesn't seem like you cancel an auto. He just gets the heal, right?
Yeah, that's so sad. Didn't notice. Yeah.
Do you ever go Ignite on Shaco, or do you always go Flash?
I usually go Ignite against like healing champs.
Yeah.
Maybe Rengar or
Because
something like that.
my only thought process right now is that, like, for example, if you want to make this play and you know it in champion select, then this could be a play like, okay, I go Ignite, so I know I'm stronger in the 1v1 early on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Something to plan around in champion select as well.
True.
Alright, but I assume we just take our topside camps and then we keep playing the game. What is the plan like now, coming out of base now? Because obviously your plan initially was to like look for an invade, it ended up not working, but your teammates got some kills, it's like fine. What is your plan now?
I think like I did like into a crab, maybe I invaded his raptors. Or like maybe look mid.
Yeah. So in general, take blue buff, take crab, and then look for something aggressive again.
Yeah, maybe like it, yeah. I think this is what it, yeah, this is what I did.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine. Kane ends up being a bit off tempo, right? If we like with everything that happened, and I'm not sure if he shows or.
No, he didn't show. I think he didn't clear his guns.
Yeah, no, I see. No, he died, right? I'm stupid.
Yeah,
that's why he wasted time. Yeah, no, then it makes sense, right? Like the play in general.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to be aware of is that if I'm him, I would probably do the same play to your bot side camps, right?
Yeah.
So it's something to be aware of, right? If you want to split the map or like want to take his camps and trade the camps, it can be fine. If you think that like, alright, maybe I can take like one camp and then defend my camps, that can be fine as well, for example. Just whatever you want to do, it's fine.
Yeah. Maybe I ping my team, my support or something, like to check.
Yeah, potentially, or like if you have any prios, they could maybe go fight them or whatever, right?
Yeah, true.
Alright, what is the plan now?
Maybe look both here after I clear my camps.
Alright.
This.
And what decides you, like, if I can ask the question, what decides you to, like, make you look for a gank in particular? Like, because now you said, like, or earlier you said, like, okay, maybe I could look mid, and now you say, okay, maybe I could look bot. What makes you think, like, okay, I can look for these plays?
Right here, I think, like, Kane is top, and their bot is, like, low. We have Leona and, like, Smolder, and the wave is so pushing into them, I know. But, like, they can, they all in here. But, I think, like, maybe I should, like, path directly bot, but I didn't expect that he will, like...
No, I mean, I think it's fine, right? Like... If you want to look, right, that's always good, right, in a sense. So if you're like pathing down and then you like, okay, nothing's happening, I'll just go Crux, then that's fine. And then maybe you want to like take this kind of pathing to see if they fight or something like that on the crash, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that can be fine, right? Because it's one thing to like keep your eyes open, right, and just look for opportunities, and there's one thing like tunneling on it. Because sometimes you will see a lot of junglers that will just be like, okay, I want to play, like make a bot lane play, right? And then you just look for a bot lane play, and then they get nothing out of it. They just stand there, kind of, you know what I mean?
They don't know that. What next
Salty, thank you for the follow.
Right here, I wanted to defend the tower, I think. I won't get like maybe...
Yeah.
I don't know if I killed her or not. Yeah, I killed her.
Yeah, I mean, we take it, right? In general, what's most important, right, is that we have some sort of plan coming into the game, right? This is why I'm asking you the questions about what your plan is right now. Always pretty much, right? And there are two types of plans we can have, right? One is like a long-term plan, and one is a short-term plan, right? And often when I spoke to you now about like your plans, it's kind of short-term. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of things happen in solo queue, so it's like you have to adapt your plan permanently, and that is good. That you don't like tunnel on something super hard. It's like you're like, okay, let's take my free camps, let's look for an invade, and then after the invade you have a new plan, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
Having some
Like,
sort of go on.
map.
What did you say? Sorry.
You tell me. You tell me. I
right.
didn't hear you.
No, what I was
said,
gonna
like-
yeah. Okay, I'll speak. Okay, what I was gonna say, right, is having some sort of a long-term plan, right, outside of your short-term plan, right. So, like, for
Yeah.
example, like, if your short-term plan is like, okay, I want to split map, and then once you die, you're like, okay, I want to take my camps and then invade this top side. These are all good plans, right? But for example,
Yeah.
a long-term plan could be, okay, I want to stack Drex this game, you know, or I want to shut down the Samira, whatever it might be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Like pathing through bot. If I like, always pathing bot. You know, like to
Something like
do
this.
some
It does,
really
and this can adapt as well, right? In a sense.
Yeah.
But it's good to have something in mind that, okay, this is what I'm playing for, this is my win condition, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, because let's say you just come into the game, you have no sort of plan, you're like, okay, you should like make this play bot side, and then it like fails, and then you go top side, and then like, because you have no plan, you're like starting to look on this Gnar or something, you know what I mean? Obviously you didn't do that, that's not what I'm saying, but it's hard to look on this Gnar, for example, right? So just having it in mind that, okay, I'm not gonna look on this Gnar, this is not my win condition, right? I'm gonna look more for like mid lane plays and bot lane plays, you know?
Yeah, true. I got you.
And it's like actually looking to sync up like how you play and how you path with like timers on these like lanes as well, which is not easy in solo queue, but it's something that can be done, right?
Yeah, true. Here I started Drake because I saw him top. Like he killed top.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think what I see so far, you're quite good at like punishing short-term like tempo, right? Okay, he makes a play, you recognize the fact that he's like off tempo, and you instantly punish it, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. Now, this is kind of what I'm talking about with long-term plan, right? Because if we see here, like, so what happened basically, right, is that we killed this Cassiopeia or whatever, we took a red buff, then we see him topside, we take the Drake, this is all good, right? Now,
Yeah.
the question comes, okay, how do we want to path after this, right? If we want to path towards topside, what you're doing is fine, right? If you don't, for example, you could just take a reset and clear down.
Yeah, I see. Like path bot again.
Yeah. But this is why it's important to have like some sort of long-term plan. Okay, I don't want to path topside this game, for example. Or maybe you want to, and then that's fine, right? Sometimes it changes, as I said. But right now, their bot lane is quite weak, right? So quite easy to snowball off. They really want to fight, so.
Yeah.
Alright. We clear upwards. Yeah, go.
I don't know what I did here, but
Yeah. I mean, here we end up maybe looking for the Nord. This is kind of what I'm mentioning, right? It's like we get a bit off track.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw him like have Ninja Tabi, like I was like not going for that. I could maybe like you and cheese him a little bit, but I don't think I kill him.
No, I don't think so either. And then obviously we look for the camps here. Are you actively looking to steal the camps, or are you just looking to get vision?
Right here, I was about like maybe I get his Raptors, but he already like took it. I think.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't see him in the map.
So yeah, I mean, then that's fine, right? One thing in general, and I'm not sure you do it, I feel like most junglers for some reason don't do this anymore, but it's important to count camps, right? Like, because then you can easily tell, okay, which camps had they done and which camps had they not. You know what I mean? Of course, if you
Yeah.
didn't see him here, it's fine, but it's just something in general that I'm mentioning, right? And if you feel like you do this, that's completely alright.
Yeah. I mean, like I do count like early game, like till crab, like but after that I usually
Right.
don't.
Yeah, but it's often like, because sometimes a play will be, okay, maybe not on Kayn, this will not happen, but let's say you're facing a Vi for the sake of it, right? The Vi starts off clearing like top side of, it's like second clear, it takes like Krugs or something, and then it's like, okay, I want to make a mid lane play. He will often skip the Raptors to make this mid lane play, you know what I mean? And just transition into bot side, right? And if you're
Yeah.
counting camps permanently, you can easily tell, okay, did they do these Raptors or not?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, true.
Right, and it's just something to keep in mind of, right?
Yeah. That's your point.
Alright, what is the plan now?
And then they crashed bot. Maybe play grabs. I think I pathed there.
Yeah, I mean, it syncs up with how you pathed earlier, right? So it makes sense. Here, if you want to make like, or maybe look for a mid lane play with Leona ult, that could be fine. But we just instead go into grubs, I don't mind it. And I think we just win this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after that. I think I play this slow here. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bit awkward. I assume we die. Oh wait, never mind, that's a clone. I'm fucking stupid. Hello?
Well, yeah, I played this slow. Like I didn't want to.
Yeah. No, yeah, then it's like you're good. I didn't, for some reason I didn't realize like you were standing there, and I thought it was someone else. No, but then it's like good, I think. Like in general, like you say, like just having a like thought process. Okay, how do we want to play the fight, right? I think with our comps, like if we look at like what our the champions do, right? We have a lot of champions that kind of just want to go in, right? Like we have basically 4 melee champions that don't have many range abilities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Your champion has the option to play a bit slower than like the rest of your champions. In general,
Yeah.
what I would look to do is make use of your champion until you feel like, okay, now we need to go in, right? You just wait until like Leona decides, okay, now we engage, and then you engage. You know what I mean? And then you play fast. You play like slow until you play fast. Make sense?
Yeah. I just wait like for my team to like engage and like follow up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, mate, for example, here, right? Okay, Cassie is a bit mispositioned now. Now you can go in. You see what I mean? Of course, you didn't have Q here, so it's fine. But it's like, as I said, you just play slow until you have to play fast, right? Because if you don't play fast when you need to, then you will just get wiped.
Yeah, true.
Alright. After the grubs, we take the Scuttle Crab. We look for a play top lane. They're low. I don't mind it.
I got the
Yeah, we got the Kane. They TP in. I don't think we're saving that guy, but that's fine. Alright, what is the plan now?
I full clear against the Drake. Like I cleared maybe 2 camps and I recall. I should recall instant, I think. Maybe. But I just like how long for Drake? I don't know.
50 seconds. I mean, I think it's...
Like,
I think it's fine, but this is what I like don't love about the play, maybe. I mean, this is, I guess, alright. Because like we end up taking Gromp, we skip the camp to make a play, right? I don't hate it.
yeah.
In general, if you want to stay on tempo here, like it depends on how much gold you like have right before this play, right? Or before you take Romp. If you feel like, okay, I don't need anything to get a good spike, then you can just reset, and that's alright. The awkward thing with like leaving your camps up here, if you reset now, is that you probably don't like reset and then go topside, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if Kane feels like, okay, I cannot contest this Drake for whatever reason, then he would just go into topside and he would take your camps here. Right?
Yeah, true.
So taking your camps here is completely fine. It's like you're not gonna be there maybe like 10 seconds before spawn or whatever, but it can be fine. And here you're making a play and you're probably giving up Wolf camp, like theoretically, if Kane decides to not fight. The one thing I don't maybe love is that you use ult for it, right? Which means we're weaker on Drake. Because right now, if you look at the game state, right? I mean, their... What's it called? Their bot lane is a bit stronger than our bot lane, right? I mean, Samira is quite fed now. And in general, like, maybe you didn't know this, but Kane reached his, like, form now, right? So it's not an easy fight, I think. It's like, we kind of have to carry it, right? Because you're the strong person in the team. So if you don't have, like, your abilities, then I think it can be harder to carry. Especially versus their comp, right? Because their comp, also similarly to ours, wants to fly in and just kill you.
They're champs, yeah. They're like champs must.
And one great way to like dodge out of all of this, right, is just by having Shaco ult, right? And then if they want to engage then, they will use suicide. So your ability here is like completely broken, right? You can use solo carry fights with your ult, I think.
Yeah, true. Right here, I think he entered. Like,
yes, I agree. I think he ran it down.
yeah, he just like ignores Drake. I think like I wasn't like gonna contest it.
Yeah.
Like just take my camps.
No, I agree. I think it's hard to contest here. Like, they have bot lane prior right now, Samir is stronger, and we don't have our ult, so I don't mind us taking it, but he's suicide, so it's fine. And I assume you take Raptors and then you go Drake yourself, or what is the plan? Maybe we look for play before.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I look mid here. Because like Leona was with us. Maybe I could dodge it. I don't know. But I feel like I would die, like...
No, I don't hate the play, like, in general. Like, I think the play is, like, fine here. We lose a bit of HP, right? That's, like, the main thing. So, yeah, it's a bit awkward, right?
It's very cold here.
But I don't, like, hate the play. I think it's maybe hard to go this anyways, right? Because of how bot lane looks. So maybe we just have to give the Drake every time here and just play Herald instead.
Yeah, I just, like, I think Herald here.
Yeah, and in general, this Drake is... I don't love this Drake at all. This Drake is quite useless. Like, the Chemtech Drake. The only good thing is, right, is that it gets us towards Soul, and Soul is, like, really OP win condition, right?
Yeah, like the damage reduction.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Chemtech Soul, right, but, like, Soul in general is what I mean, right? Getting, like, 4 Drakes is really OP, right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I think in general right now, what I'm seeing a lot is like, as I said, like your short-term like punishment looks really good, right? Like,
yeah, I just like, I just react on the map, like how they doing, like.
Yes, and that's good, right? And sometimes it's like, what I was gonna say, like, you seem a bit off track, and I think that could be more efficient, right? But in general, it seems pretty strong. Like, for example, like here, we made this play, right, if we wanted to. I think we could insta-go Herald, for example, or like take top lane tower into Herald even, maybe. Something like that, right?
Yeah, so I could maybe take Herald.
Yeah.
I think.
And it's like, yeah, it's fine, but my point is just that, like, sometimes it's like, we don't, as I said, we don't keep, like, this long-term goal, okay, what are we playing for, right, in mind, right? Because if you ask yourself right now, what is your win condition, right, in the game? I mean, it's you, right? But, like, you can't 1v5 every fight, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
how do you play
exactly,
and
like,
what do you play with?
I wanted like the game to go late game, maybe Smolder start being useful.
Mhm.
Like he was like useful, but I don't know, he did some like bad plays, like he ended
Right.
a little bit.
So,
That's why.
you want Smolder to get stacks, it's like one thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
up
Just like,
until Smolder gets stacks, right? So this is the goal, right? Smolder gets stacks and then we win the game, right? Let's say. Right?
yeah, I go on Samira like, and I want to shut her. Maybe he can kite like the other
Mhm.
other champs.
Yeah.
I feel like Alistar Samira like together they are like broken. Like if he engage and he
Yes.
like gets one shot, like for sure.
Yes.
That's why I want like.
Yeah.
Like
So
right now I'm not that strong. Like I need one more like LDR here.
yes.
I can like because she has Ninja Tabi. Like I can one shot her.
Yeah, of course. But you have some ways to play the game still, right? For example, your Katarina is not weak, your Trundle is not weak, right? So if you want to play around these two up until, right, if you think your Smolder is fine, then you can do that. If you feel like, okay, I need to babysit my Smolder to make sure he scales, that's fine as well. You know what I mean? But just having these things in mind, if you want to make an aggressive play, like making an aggressive play on this Gnar, for example, right now is fine, or Cassio as well, right?
Yeah.
Just
I think that's what I did inside. Like if they like push like alone and there is nothing on the map, like I punch them.
yeah, like for example here, right? This is good.
Yeah. Like
It's good in general, and it's just being aware that, okay, once we make this play, we have to be aware of what's going on here, right? Because this guy is not playing the game right now, right? And obviously, it's part of, like, Leona's job to obviously peel this guy. Like, if Leona is there, I don't think this happens, you know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
also your job to, like, in a sense, like, to ping your teammates, okay, what you want them to do, right? Because your teammates are not gonna do what is the best, you know what I mean? Like, often.
Yeah.
So, often you're just gonna have to communicate to them what you want from them, right? If you want to carry the game.
Yeah. I would like tell him to back. Maybe like doesn't give a waiver. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so whatever it might be, right? Because it's like, let's be honest here. This Leona does not need to hit this tower with you for you
Yeah.
to get it right.
Yeah.
For
I would
example.
like alone.
Yeah. And this is just one example, right? And it's fine if you're walking around making plays together. I don't mind this, right? Because you're both champions that want to make plays at this stage of the game.
Yeah.
But now the question is just, okay, what are we playing for?
Like I played side here. Like I wanted to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe look for the bot tower.
Yep. So in general, what I think you're doing, right, is just you're trying to look for as much gold as possible to get your LDR right,
Yeah.
and then play the game.
Exactly. Like if I get 3 items, maybe I like a start like one shot in
Yeah. And it's like, are you planning on contesting this Drake or no? I mean, maybe because it's solo queue, but
Yeah, I would like to get this trick because it's ocean and I want to cover the mid tower. We should not get it. Pick it pray and take mid tower. But
yeah. Yeah, I mean, in general, it's good. This allows Smolder to, like, actually play the game, right? And it allows us to still look for plays if someone pushes up too far. They spawn Herald here, it seems, or no, they don't. It was a Nash map like changing, that's what I saw. Yeah, but this is in general fine. I think, of course, like you said, we want to keep this turret alive as long as possible, right? Like, for sure. But it's hard to keep it alive when it's 1 HP, and our Smolder literally needs to be babysitted in order to make sure that it stays alive, so I don't, like, hate how this is played, right? We make sure we get something for it at least, right? When the turret was for sure dead. And we get Drake for it as well.
Yeah, we killed Narbot, but I feel like maybe I don't know if it's like good or not. Like we killed him, but we lost the mid tower. So we could like fight mid also.
I mean, my take, right, is that if you want to keep this mid tower alive when it's this HP and they have Herald, right? I mean, of course they want to look to Herald somewhere else, preferably, right? But my point is, like, even if you're just keeping this alive, like, on this HP, right? Then you have to kind of stand around mid lane permanently, right? It limits your game a lot. So preferably, like, because you're not gonna keep this alive throughout, like, till 40 minutes or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just till Drake, I think.
yeah, and this is, like, for me, it's fine then, right? Because we actually get a decent trade for it, right? Okay, they go into mid lane, we kill the Gnar, Trundle gets bot lane tower, and we can get Nash afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine, right? We get the trade we wanted, we get a pick, we get an objective, and we get a tower for the tower, right? So we actually make sure that we get something in return, which is what we want here.
Yeah.
That is, of course, sad that they get another tower, but that's mainly because Katarina decided to run it down, and that's fine, right? Funnel even gets 2 towers, so we take those, right?
Right here, I think I know like they're gonna start Nash, so like I just work it alone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is
Separate.
good.
I think I killed this guy. Yeah.
Do you start Nash here? No.
No, they did. They did start. Nash.
No, I mean,
So,
like,
here-
afterwards, maybe you could start Nash here, is what I mean.
yeah, yeah. I think I was about like gonna kill Kane here.
Yeah.
I think we killed him.
Yeah. Now I would for sure start it.
Yeah, I think we did start it.
Yeah. Smolder is not moving for fun, unlucky. But I think you should get it anyways, probably. Shaco is kind of OP at taking this.
Yeah, I just ulted. Yeah, I ulted.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, so what is the plan now? We have our item spike, we've gotten our objectives. What do we want to do?
I wanted like I feel like maybe right here we could like get T2 top,
Mhm.
like push mid into T2 top, like,
Right.
or maybe T2 mid. Yeah, so
Yeah, so
that's how if they engage or not.
yeah, so theoretically, the correct macro, right, if you want to play like tier 2 top here, which is probably what you want to do, this is not going to happen in solo queue, but theoretically it's like someone goes top lane, like one person, you go 4 people mid lane, right?
Yeah,
You shove this in, and then someone stays in mid lane and just buffs the wave, and then as you crash this wave, you would rotate up, and they have to defend while you rotate. Make sense?
Yeah, exactly. I
And-
feel like Trundle maybe he should like go top.
Yes, preferably
Yeah.
he should go top, but it's not gonna happen. Or maybe he could go mid because he can stand alone in mid lane later. Like it doesn't really matter. But either way, like this is not gonna happen in solo queue, right? Because it's solo queue. Unlucky. Like there's no way you're coordinating your team on a Baron push. I think so. In general, what's most important instead is just making sure you use this Nash as much as possible. You want to be on the map, right? I don't want you to like take camps, which is good. You're not taking camps right now, right? Because that's just wasted Nash. And I don't want you to like just run around and like buying items, whatever you like. I want us to make sure we use it. Like here. Go.
Yeah. This was weird. I don't know. Like I was like going scatter into top. Like I saw Nair top. Maybe you could kill him, but there are three here. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
weird.
I wouldn't stick around in this jungle to begin with, right? I think it's
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
yeah,
I
like
should like pass up.
like you say, maybe you're looking to kill this guy, but in general, it's just like you have to just ask yourself, okay, let's say we do kill this guy, do we get stuff for it, right? Like, and how possible is it to kill this guy, right? These kind of things, right? Because he's probably just gonna back off and like kite this out slowly, right? We're probably not gonna kill him. And as I said, we wanna like hit towers as much as possible, right? If Trundle is drawing pressure, they go here, and like let's say they're just on this guy right now, we have no way of like hitting towers right now.
Yeah, like there is no tower there to hit. Like,
Yeah.
So, I feel like I trolled it.
Yeah, and that's alright. Sometimes you troll.
Yeah, and like we lost everything. Like I feel like my team couldn't. Sorry, my team couldn't push. Like I don't know. Like they couldn't push top. They could. I should like I don't know. Like maybe push mid. They push top. Somebody pushed top.
Yeah, I mean, now it's really awkward, right? Because, I mean, okay, so what happened, right, is that we tried to push top, right, and then Trundle is like bot lane, and then Smolder is mid lane. And let's be honest, these two champions are not fucking hitting a tower, right? Like, not alone at least. And it's like Smolder is not doing anything by his own either, right? Like, the truth is you are like half the team right now, right? So if you're dead, like, first of all, it's like not 5 people on the map anymore, it's 4 people on the map, right? But also, like, you're the strongest member, right? So they can't play the game without you.
Yeah,
Maybe
Like,
if...
maybe-
Yeah, go on.
yeah. Maybe I could like play it better. Like I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit mispositioning, right? Like, and even if you get like the scuttle crab, for example, I don't really care, right? This is kind of what I mean.
Yeah,
like, we're just wasting time.
Yeah, and there is no T2 to bot, so like it's
Yes.
useless. Like the path
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So, like,
and it's like even if like let's say we get this, they like leave us undisturbed, and like Norris backs off, like we don't get anything here. Like they could just go into mid lane and just disrupt the Smolder from pushing. And if the Smolder like cannot push the wave, then we cannot siege with Nash, right? Which is all we want to do right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just want towers. Yeah.
Right. So he needs someone to like hold his hand and like make sure that like okay, if they like look for something, then we can actually like do something about it.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, we get back on the map. What is the plan now?
I Actually forgot what I did. Yeah, I just cleared my camps. Like there is nothing like on the map.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
fine.
like if I punched like if somebody like step up or something. Yeah, I just like look for something. I invaded. I feel like maybe. Oh, okay. I
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
make
I
any.
think it's fine to use farm camps, right? Trundle is like dead, for example, as well, right? Anytime
Yeah,
you're not 5 people on the map, it's really hard to play, right?
yeah,
You like just get less pressure than the enemy, and this is something to keep in mind. Like if you're not 5 people on the map, you don't want to like play usually, and that's like another thing, right? You preferably like if you see like people recall on your team, you want to recall at the same time, right? Because if you're on the map when they are not, like it's a bit awkward, right?
yeah. Sure. Okay, I think like yeah, right here. I don't know what is it. Yeah, I just saw Kane. Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
shooting
mean
him.
this is completely fine. I can Trundle this back up, right? Keep it top. This is kind of what I mean. Now we're not 5 people on the map, and even though he TPs like to keep pressure, we don't really get any pressure from it.
Okay. Yeah, right here we get like Prayo, Scatter, and we get Trade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is good. What is the plan after this trick?
Push mid, like they won't get the tower, and maybe like clear my 2 camps into top, like blue and grump. I don't know how much gold did I have, but I wanted to finish my item though. The anti-shield item.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you probably have it soon. It's not an expensive item. You should have it here. So yeah,
Okay.
it's not
Yeah,
bad.
I feel like I just recalled here.
And what is the plan now? You just want to fight or?
Okay, right now I feel like um, I don't know exactly what I did actually, but
I don't care what you did. I care about what
it
you
was like
like think about
yeah,
now, you know?
yeah, it was like pushing top and get you 2. Yeah, and maybe cover Trundle. I'm really strong. I can like one shot Nar here.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
very
I
strong.
agree
Yeah,
for sure.
like,
Like
Nar.
you're 4 items right now. You're for sure strongest champion in the game, right? You just wanna play on this.
Yeah, I
It's
just
like
like wanted
what I see.
Wonder to push mid. Maybe he won't like die. Cover him like Leon and like
Yeah.
push.
And right now we have our smaller stacks as well, right? So now we're actually like allowed to
Yeah,
fight in a
he's
sense.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Right here, I just waited for Cassiopeia. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
like could kill her, but I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Shut down.
this is a similar thing, right, to like before. It's like our long-term plan, right, for a while was okay, get smaller to stacks, right?
Yeah.
Now the question becomes, okay, what is our long-term plan? Because now we're like, okay, let's hover Trundle, and let's hover Trundle, like, let's look for this guy. It's fine if we're looking for picks, right, but we need more than picks just to win the game right now. So what is the actual win condition? Is it to get Nash? Or is
Yeah.
it to get Soul in 3 minutes? Or what are we looking for?
Yeah, we get Nash here and like try to push top, but they always like pushing waves. Like right here, I feel like if we made the play, but we are not pushing like hard pushing mid like
No.
before.
No,
You know?
of course, like, people are bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people
I
are not
just
gonna do what's correct.
yeah, like I think that like I pinged them to push mid, and we go Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, we should like push top. I shouldn't like clear my camps here. I think.
No, you should not. And it's like, if you want to go side lane, for all I care, you can go side lane, right? Like, you will probably 1v1 anyone on the side lane.
Yeah, I would like I should like push. Like I feel like
Yeah.
just, like push alone.
And it's like, if we want to play these 2 lanes, or like if your team wants to do it, for all I care, just do it, you know what I mean? Because like, sure, there's no like tier 2 like in bot lane, but there is one in top lane. It's obviously better to play top lane, but like, you know, it's not worth like not doing the same thing for, in a sense. Makes sense?
That's your point. Yeah.
You're gonna get similar results
I
anyways.
engage. Yeah. Okay, right here I feel like we killed Nar, but they engaged it. They engaged it. I don't know. Like I feel like maybe I should stay with them or.
Yeah, I mean, I think either one is like fine. It's just about being aware, because I think here you have like a choice, right? When you're like looking, if you
Yeah,
wanna
I was
like,
like-
because here you can see there's a fight about to happen, right? It's like, okay, well, right before you dash, right? But so you have the
Yeah.
option of either going on the Snar or going on here. And if you think like, okay, this fight, for example, is lost, or this fight is already won, like, no matter what you do, then it's fine to like just go for the Gnar. But if you think like, okay, I can win this fight, like if I go here, then I think you should go here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like they take a lot of damage. I don't know. Like it looks like a lost fight, and I already decide like to go top.
Yeah. No, if you think it's a lost fight, then I understand if you go on the North, right? I don't think it's a lost fight looking at it in hindsight. It's like my take, right?
Yeah, I could play it.
Yeah, because right here you're like
will
behind
like
them, right? And you can
Yeah.
easily one-tap someone, I think.
Yeah, I kill like Samira so easy.
Yeah,
But,
and
yeah.
it's fine if you think that's not the correct play, then this is the correct play, right? Like that's alright. Like I don't think you should take a risk when you have a guaranteed play. You know what I mean? So for all I care, this is fine. And sure, like we don't even lose the fight, like in that sense, right? Like I mean, we don't win it, but you know what I mean. Like we end up getting a 1-for-1 or like a 2 kills now with the Nor pick as well, right? So this is fine. Here maybe we go a bit deep.
Yeah, I turned. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not sure if we live here. I guess we do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not bad. I assume we should be able to get solo out of this, but maybe Trundle is up too late. I don't know.
I feel like I trolled or somebody trolled here. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's usually what happens.
okay. Ah, right here she like, yeah, killed her. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this looks good so far.
It, yeah, but somehow we lost the fight. We get like someone.
I guess Samira used pentakills or something.
Yeah, I don't have a Q here. Like I goes in and she does like she dashes in. You know, like
Yeah.
I go in for her. Like maybe I should like be patient.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things here, right? Like, in general, right? One is that Katrina is not here yet, right? So,
Yeah.
if we just wait 10 seconds, it's a 5v4, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted like to. I played it like much slower, but you know, Leona like engages and like they go in.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it's like, after that, right? I mean, now you kill the Cassiopeia, the Samira is like obviously the threat. Now you have to be careful of like her ult. If you think you can kill her before her ult, that's fine. But in general, like she's just gonna be stacking this, right? There you go.
Yeah, she's just like stuck. Yeah, I looked here for her. I like ignored the others, but like she stuck the I don't know like her Q,
Yeah.
like, and she goes in. Like I couldn't reach her here. Like
Yeah.
and she kills everyone.
Yeah, because my recommendation here versus like Samira in general is that if you can go on her insta and use one tapper at the start of the fight, that's good. Otherwise, you probably just bait out her ult, right? Like
Yeah,
for example,
I feel like my Q was bad here. Like I shouldn't like Q.
yes,
Like,
no, I agree. Your Q is like bad in general here, but it's just the general mindset you should have around it, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I got you. I got your point. But, like just wait. Maybe I go all in like before she even like starts stacking or dashing.
Yeah.
So, or I wait till she engage.
Yes, because like let's say like you know this Samira is engaging at some point, right? Like if you're not
Yeah.
like killing her, she will be engaging, right? So what you can do, for example, is that you could just place a defensive like box and just make sure that no one else steps on it. Just place it like on the smolder or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then you know for a fact that okay, you can just wait out the Samira, you just Q when she goes in, like and then she gets fear, and then you can one tap her then, for example.
Yeah. That's the right.
Right. It's just about waiting for the angle, right?
Yeah. I just like waiting for nothing, and we just lose the fight.
Yeah. And I mean the game is not lost of this, but it's not as easy as it was anymore.
Yeah, and we lost like Soul, so that's
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah, I mean, we would have won the game of that fight, right? So
yeah.
sucks, of course. Alright, what is the plan now?
Okay, like just clear top and like get crab. I don't know like Nash when he came. I don't know. But and maybe look play like me if somebody like I do a lot of damage, so like I just like want to make play, but
Yeah.
I just like I feel like entered here. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I think,
could one shot him, but he.
I mean, he just got his ult out,
Yeah.
right? So. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things here for me. It's like, if you think you can kill him, I'm not saying you should not go and kill him, right? Like, that's fine. Like, that's your limits, and you know those better than mine, right? And then sometimes we're gonna miscalculate them, right? Like, that's fine. Now, there's a few things, right? For example, they have to deal with this wave right now, right?
Yeah.
If this Trundle just walks up, the Snarl will not just kill the Trundle in this wave, right? Like, Trundle will eventually be able to push this in, right?
Yeah.
All you need to do right now is just wait for this pressure, right? That's one thing. Right, and you're gonna get an advantage, because eventually the wave will be over here instead, and then Trundle theoretically could just flank if he wants to. Or he could maybe look to end the game if Nar missteps or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I just like wait for the wave. Maybe he kill him on side.
Yeah.
Like we stalled here. Like stall the fight. Like just don't
Like-
end. Maybe we have to deal with him. Maybe first tower is top and T2 top or
Because right now, right, they are under a time pressure, right? Eventually the wave will be bad for them. Eventually, like, they will be sitting with an inhib down on bot lane, right? When Nash is spawning without TP, right? On the Gnar. So it's like,
Yeah.
at
I
some
just
point
like
we can get
hold.
a map advantage, right? They have to force a fight right now in order to make sure they're in a winning spot, right? If they get no fight right now, they're gonna be in a bad spot. You see what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
If you think it's a free pick, I'm not saying you shouldn't go for it, but I'm saying that, like, there's not a need to go for it either, right? Because we're
Yeah,
gonna be in a better position the longer we wait.
yeah, true. I feel like, yeah, true. But we got 1-for-1, but it doesn't matter. I feel like we should, like, the right play is like to wait.
Yeah,
Wait
and you can
till,
see here
yeah,
as
he
well.
killed him. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just killed him. Yeah.
The game was over here, right? If we just waited.
I think Katarina couldn't cancel back.
Yeah, that's fine, right? But you see general, like, use the thought process, right? Now we probably play Nash, I assume.
Yeah, I just passed top.
Yeah. And it's once again, just wait for this wave. Of course, Inhib is spawning now, that's a bit awkward.
Yeah, I just
But-
waited here. Like,
Yeah, it's just wait for the Trundle to respawn, preferably. Of course, it's a bit awkward because he can start Nash before he respawns. And
right
then
here I missed Smite. I don't know how, but but Cassiopeia got the Nash.
Yeah.
Maybe I couldn't get my auto attack. I feel like I usually get I usually steal it, like, but somehow, like, I don't know.
I don't know why it's not showing health bar, that's kind of annoying, but yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like,
I don't think you got out of.
like 1k4 or something.
Yeah. It is what it's, right?
Sad. But I don't know. Like, did we should like step up before like the? I feel like my positioning was like safe. I was like staying top, standing there like in the bush. But we don't have vision, right? What?
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Yeah,
bit awkward, right? Because, like, since Trundle is dead, right, we're just in a 4v5, right? And we preferably don't want to take a 4v5 just like that, right? There's a good chance we just lose the game off it, right? So, there's a few things, right, coming into it, right? Most likely, we cannot stop them from just simply walking into Nash, right? If they walk 5-man into Nash, then it is what it is. We can't do much about it, right? There's a few things we can do. For example, we can just put pressure otherwise. Like, Kayn right now is dealing with one bot lane wave. So if we want to, like, push mid lane while he's doing that, that's a play. You know what I mean? And then if they just want to go Nash later, we can just run down mid lane, maybe, for example, or maybe we can do the same with top lane wave. Or for all I care, maybe we could even like just fucking run bot lane like instead of running Nash, right? If we think they're gonna rush it, and then just put pressure here, and then maybe they will choke and they will go deal with this, you know?
Yeah. I
These
feel
are-
like, I have to cross up like when I can't like do something. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't technically have to, right? And it's like maybe not your job, right? Because you're still a jungler. But like once again, this is what I'm talking about. Just pinging your teammates, right? Because like it's not like we're pinging a shitload like, okay, what you want your teammates to do, right? You're pinging sometimes what you want to do, like individually. But you're not like, okay, let's, for example, like Katarina is doing nothing here. You see what I mean? Smolder is doing nothing like right now. Like if this Smolder is pushing mid wave and this Katarina, for example, is putting pressure on bot lane, something like that, then enemy's gonna feel pressured. Someone is gonna be like, oh, I have to reset, and then someone's gonna be like, I have to go mid lane, and then, you know, all of a sudden they're not even doing Nash.
I feel like they should know that, like they should know like what they should do, but I usually like focus on my like gameplay, but I feel like everybody like knows what he should do, like, you know, like the right here, like somebody like have to like Trundle was dead. Oh, he doesn't have TP, but like they should like answer bot. But we don't have vision. But I didn't want to give Nash here. Like that's why I just like.
No,
tried to steal
it makes
steal
sense
that.
that you're trying to steal it, right? And it makes sense that you feel like people should know what they are supposed to do, but people don't think, right? Most people just autopilot, and then they look for, like, for example, here they're just like, okay, Nash is spawning, let me click on Nash.
Yeah, they doesn't push like get play or something like.
Yeah, and it's to an extent, if you want to be better than other people in your elo, right? You have to think about, okay, what should actually be done, right? And not just autopilot it. And it makes sense as well, like you don't like that you don't want to ping people because like, or like you're not pinging people because you feel like they should know what they're supposed to be doing, but as you can see here, they're just standing around. Leona is doing nothing, like Smolder I guess pushed the wave eventually, but Katarina is doing nothing either. And it's like, for example, like in the play previously as well, right, when we did this or whatever, right, and Trundle got a lot. When they can't cancel like backs, then maybe just pinging the Trundle, okay, you have to back off, right, because this is what leads us into this unfavorable position to begin with, right? That he looks to actually go for the tower here.
Yeah, he should like. I should like ping him. Maybe they recall and should like back or something.
Yeah. Because if he is alive here, right, he can just run bot lane again and we do the same thing and we probably win the game.
Yeah, we just like, even though like we don't get Nash, we stole the fight and he ends.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, and I assume after this it's getting quite hard, because now it's hard for us to look for fights. I mean, we're Shaco and we're not that ahead anymore.
I'm not the one like he's gonna carry the game. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
There is no way I can carry
You have some things to look for, right? I mean, but it's not easy. It's like in general you can look to clean up and you can look to maybe like pressure on side lane, etc. But it's really hard, especially when they have Nash.
Yeah, right here is. I feel like I tried to like get vision around Nash with Leona.
Yeah, I would
maybe
look on this guy.
Side. Yeah, and I look for play side.
Yeah,
I don't know if you killed him or not.
Like, I'm not sure if you kill him, and I'm not sure if you kill him fast enough, but I do know we don't win a 5-5 right now, right? This is your way to carry the game, right? Trying to find the pick. This I don't mind.
Yeah. She have Zonya, so I think we killed her. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you should, yeah.
But we lost the fight, and I don't know, they engaged her.
Yeah, no, and this is just sad, right? This is not in your control. That's shit that happens, right? What's your job in the game is to play as good as possible, right? And if you play as good as possible in every single game, you're probably gonna win most games. Some games you're still gonna lose. That's just shit that happens, right? But you made the correct play here, and if your teammates like go and grief it at the same time this guy is griefing it, then that's unlucky. You cannot do anything about that.
Yeah. Right here, I don't know. I didn't like want to contest it. Like we're gonna end the game. If I die, like I'm sure like.
Yeah, no, I agree. You cannot contest it here. Like you're just like Trundle is on split push, right? Like even if it TPs, it's not gonna be useful. So you're just taking a 3-4 fight, and they have position. It's not possible to contest. Samira will just kill you all. So it's like once again, you manage to get one pick once, and you've managed to get picks throughout the game. You probably can keep getting picks, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like they're gonna just like group and okay, right here. His champ is just like broken or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a lot from like going Mega now, right? I don't mind the play still. I think this is what you have to look for. If he's not turning into Mega Nor here, you for sure kill him.
Yeah, I would like kill him. Like I don't know, he 1k LP, 1k HP, like.
Yeah, and it's like you probably thought you could kill him before he turns Mega, and that's why you throw everything. Something you could do potentially is just wait with your ult otherwise, right? Like in hindsight, right? But that's hard to say, right?
Yeah,
like in the
maybe like flash it.
And that it's unlucky that this guy's here because he was fucking taking red buff while his team is sieging bot lane. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, that's just unfortunate. Like, I don't know.
He just Q-smite me and they die. Okay, right here I feel like Smolder could kill them all, like, if he just didn't get hit by...
Yeah, potentially.
We lost the game here, like...
Yeah. Sucks, right? But we have some things we could do, right?
Yeah, like I learned like a lot from this. Maybe like I could like win the game like here.
Yeah, I think you had a lot of opportunities to win the game, right? And that's like that's fine, right? You know what I mean? Like shit happens, that's why we improve, right? We can't be scared of making misplays, right? Because if we're scared, then we will never improve. So that's fine. In general, like what I would say is like trying to have some sort of like long-term plan, right? Like in the early game and the mid game as well, for that matter. Like as I said, we kind of had it coming into the mid game. Okay, let's just get smaller 3 stacks, and then afterwards it was like, okay, what are we doing again? And like in the early game, it was really confusing what we actually think our win conditions are, right?
Yeah.
And it's fine if you just think, okay, I want to play for myself, right? Like that's completely fine. And then it's probably just, okay, if you want to play for yourself, just play around whoever has the most setup or whoever is most vulnerable on enemy team, which once again would be bot lane or mid lane, right?
Yeah.
And
maybe.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I usually like play for myself, like to get, especially when I play like Kazakhs or something.
Yeah, no,
Assassin,
that makes sense.
Just like try to get like maximum gold and like it first play after that. But I don't know, like I said, like I just like get lost like after mid game. Like I couldn't make, sometimes like I do make the right play, but sometimes I just like.
Right, and it's often like in mid game for me, it's like one, as I said, just have the like right goal in mind. Like this game was probably won like on a few different occasions, right? We got like Nash, and like 2 times we had ways to use it, right? In that sense,
Just like died on Scutler, like
yeah.
like
Exactly, we had like one like after first Nash we like died on this scuttle, right? And after second Nash like we got like the inhib, but we ended up like dying after this inhib, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. Or whenever it was, rather, not whatever. And like on this like Drake fight we saw how we could play it differently, right? Because often like if enemy just wants to sit back and just play like turtle, like there's not a lot to do. That's just the truth, right? If they are not griefing, then that is what it is, and then we just have to play objectives, right? That's like, for example, it's can be quite important to get Drakes in solo queue, right? Because if we get these Drakes early on, then we always have a win condition, right? Because if, let's say, we struggle to end the game, and we cannot get soul, then we're just sitting there and we're just waiting like for 20 minutes before we get soul. You see what I mean?
Yeah, like getting soul is huge. Like...
Yeah, exactly. And Nash is another way to end the game, of course, but people, as we saw this game, don't use Nash like efficiently.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I
have
mean?
to play it right. Yeah, you have to like get Nash and like use it like pretty well to like try to end the game.
Exactly right. But if we get soul right, often we just have to take a fight and we'll win off it. Right. So it's a lot simpler in that sense, right? And so we had some ways we could win the game, and I think like it's between these objectives where you have to think, okay, what do I want to do? Because often the long-term plan will just be, okay, for example, get this smolder to like his stacks or whatever, and then fight Drakes, and then we win off the fight. Like at Drakes, either we get solo or we just win, you know?
Yeah.
And what do we do in between these 5 minutes? That's the question we have to ask ourselves, right? And for example, this game, it was often just shadow the trundle and just make sure we can look for picks. Right.
Yeah, like pressure up and like try to hold meat. Maybe like we won't die and like let Trundle maybe end the game and like smolder scaling anyway, so it can like be useful.
Yes, and this is how you play assassins, right? You just look to pressure like multiple points, right? Like if you're playing Shaco or you're playing Kha'Zix, these are your two main champions, just hovering in the jungle, making sure you have vision. If they ever walk into the jungle, you look to kill them. If they don't, you use pressure on the side lane or in the mid lane, whatever. Right? And
exactly.
You will like be able to get a lot of kills and carry a lot of games from it, I think. And as I said, in this game, it was fine. Yeah, no, as I said, this is why I think it's fine, right? And it's not easy to snowball the game as an assassin, like, in the mid-game, right? That's why maybe you think you're, like, struggling in the mid-game or you think you're confused. But I think it's just, you have to realize, okay, what is the win condition, play towards the win condition, and in between those timers on the win condition, you just have to make sure that you're exerting pressure and using your champion to the maximum. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I got your point. Like, yeah, after, like, the second match or something, like, I have to, like look side, maybe like always push mid and like get towers.
Yeah, and it's if you want to go side lane as Shaco, for example, that's completely fine, right? Because you can 1-1 people and you can push towers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like in mid game, like right here, I can like solo after like LDR, I can solo anyone. Like
yes, no, sure. I agree for sure, 100%. We saw it as well, right? So
yeah.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
like you helped me a lot.
All right, awesome tier, and yeah, YouTube or like what was I gonna say? Like the session will be uploaded to YouTube if you want to watch it later. So it will always be there. And then if you have any more questions in the future, just feel free to message me, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too, man. All right, I'll see you, man.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.